Okay, so this module we're looking at location and class tracking. So what we need to do is to go back into the settings to turn this on. So we're going to go to our company cog and accounts and settings, and these bits are in the advanced settings. So if you can see down here, it says categories, track classes and locations are both set to off at the moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on track classes for now. You can ask whether you want to warn it when it's not assigned to a class. Sorry, my words are getting muddled in my mouth at the moment. I do apologise. And whether you want it to one row in each transaction or one to whole transaction. I'm going to keep it to one in each row. It's probably the best at the moment because locations you can only just do it per transaction. So it's best to have classes there. So if I'm just going to click on save. Come out of there. So you can do them while you're on the transaction, but if you want to set a few up first, you just literally click on there, click on all lists, and then go to your classes. So you can see at the moment there's no active classes on there, so I can click on new. So for example, I know on Demo Company they do company celebrations. So I'm going to do it maybe per sector. So for example, if they're doing it to someone in the building sector. Okay, and this one is for retail. Okay, and this one is for offices. Like that. Okay, so you can do these on purchases and also on the sales. Actually, I'm going to click on another one. Head office. No customer. So that's for purchases where there's kind of main things like bank charges, insurance, etc., where it's not allocated to one particular customer. So if we go back to the dashboard, I'm just going to briefly show you how this works. So if you click on new, if you click on invoice, as if we're going to invoice a customer, okay, and I'm going to click on Adwin Co. And let's say Adwin Co, they are a retail stores, but they also have office staff. Okay, so and we're going to actually do a celebration for both. So we choose the invoice date, put the invoice number in, that's already there. Okay, so we're going to have two employee celebrations. We're going to click one there and another one there. So I'm going to say this one is going to go into retail and this one is going to go into offices. I'm just going to click on save and close. And then what you can see and what we went through in the reporting module is the profit and loss. So this is our normal profit and loss, goes up to the year to date. That says total only. But if you can see, if we split it down into classes, click run report. Most of these would be not specified because they're older transactions before we actually changed this. Whereas now you can see this transaction here that we just done, there's half of it's gone to offices and half of it's gone to retail. So you can really get a good feel, for example, of different parts of your business. For example, if you're a coach and you do different types of programs and different expenses come across for different things. So for example, you might have more software expenses for some type of clients than you do for other types of programs that you do. You can set up the different types of programs as classes, and then you can put your sales and your expenses to them. Expenses work in just the same way. I'll show you. So if you get a supplier bill in, say we've just got that from this guy and that date, and I'm going to say that it is for not advertising because it's not coming up on there, that it's for, let's have a look, marketing expense, and it's for advertising our services. And this is in relation to, for example, maybe advertising it to the retail sector. We paid £250 plus VAT, for example. And I'm going to click on save. I'm going to come back out there, and that does automatically change back, which is slightly frustrating. But if I go back to classes, run report, you can see this £500 here and there again, but you can also see the, no, you can't do the 250 for some reason, which is a bit strange, but I think I didn't actually go back. Let me go back in there. I do apologise. Let me just go back in, and I didn't click on the so let's go back to that. I don't think I put a class in there, so I do apologise. This is what happens sometimes. So for example, I'm going to click on retail, and I'm going to click on save. I think I had it in my head but didn't actually do it out loud. So let's go back to this, change that by classes, and run report. And there you go, you've got the 250 there. So there's £500 in sales into retail, but it's cost £250 to make that sale. So obviously the profit will show down here. And it's really good that you can do things like that, so that you can really see what part of your business is making the most profit, for example, if you do want to go down that route. But I will see you all in the next module.